Jones Live. I am Donnie the Tree Lady hanging out with my main man.
Marty McFly. I'm sorry about that. My timing a little off. You know, it's been a minute, but I'm back, you know. Marty McFly, yeah. What's going on, Miss Donnie?
Oh, lots of stuff going on. Loving this weather, except for the pollen in the air. But you know, I'm loving life.
The pollen doesn't do anything with your job. You just got to put like a face mask on or something.
But you know what? It doesn't even bother me anymore. What? It really does not even bother me.
It doesn't even make you sneeze or anything?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I went through 2 years where it did bother me for some reason, and then it stopped bothering me. When I first moved down to Atlanta, it didn't bother me. Then I had kids, and I started having issues with allergies, and then after 2 or 3 years, I'm good and don't bother you.
Yellow face, you know, being out there with all the pollen and stuff.
I don't get yellow face, but I think you got yellow face.
Just wondering. Well, what's been going on?
Lots of good stuff. Loving life. Excited about our guest today, you know?
Yeah. You know, I'm a big fan of hers. I met her about last year. She did an interview with us, and she came on with her guitar and everything and just showed out.
She showed up and showed out.
Yes. And
go ahead.
No, I was about to say she's coming out with a new CD too.
Yes, she's got a new CD, which is the main reason why I wanted her to be here today. But I don't want you to feel bad because I didn't ask you how your week was. Oh, is that all right?
I'm okay. I want to talk about Miss Veronika.
That's right. Guys, in the studio with us today, we have a renowned folk artist, blues singer, just an amazing woman all the way around. You guys have got to check her out live one day. And I want her to talk a little bit about that. I am talking about the incomparable, the amazing Veronika Jackson.
Yeah. My, what an introduction.
Yes. Well, I could go on and on.
Right. Really go. The beat don't stop until the break of dawn.
On and on and on.
So they're going to get your CD and think you're doing something different.
Exactly. And she's a hip-hop artist.
Right.
No, I'm just kidding.
Right. I'm not a pop artist.
No, I know.
Yes.
But how have you been? Thank you so much.
Oh, I tell you, girl, it's been wonderful. I tell you, I have been just working. Finally got my CD deal.
Yes.
And I tell you, studio work is not easy for me. But it finally got completed. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Right.
It finally got completed, and the end of January, beginning of January, and everything came in my hands around the middle of February. And I'm just, people are loving it.
Yes.
I'm loving it. I'm listening to this CD over and over and over.
Yes.
That's how much I'm enjoying it. So the title of it is The Woman I Am.
I love it.
See, and what it is recognizing women in acoustic, folk, and blues.
That's right.
See,
that's right.
Because, women don't be recognized as much. You hear everything about all these men, all these men that are renowned in the acoustic blues.
Right. And there's some great
women.
women
Are not being recognized. So I decided something I always wanted to do was do a CD that represents women.
Awesome.
And then along with their music, I'm including some of my originals.
So you've got some original things in there.
I got some
now,
originals.
What number CD is this? Because this is your first CD, right?
That's number 5.
Number 5?
That's right. She's got a few of them out there, y'all.
Yeah.
And if people wanted to find you, which we're going to get into your story, but if they want to find you online or pick up your stuff, how can they find you?
Well, they can go to VeronikaJackson.com. Now, that's Veronika with a K.
Yes.
Okay.
Make sure y'all put that K in there.
Y'all put that K in there.
That's right.
And it's VERONIKA. Jackson.com.
I love
it. And they'll
it.
be able to purchase one through my website.
Awesome. Now, you mentioned something a few seconds ago because, I've seen you play and you are you just are in your comfort zone and it's like the crowd is feeling you, I'm feeling you, all of that. But you said that in the studio it's a little bit difficult. Can you explain that?
Yeah, because, you can't make no errors. You got to go over and over. If your voice cracks, you got to go over.
You make that part of the song, right?
So it takes a lot of time to record a piece of work. Some people take years. I was really amazed that it didn't take me as long. God blessed me with some musicians that played behind me on a few songs that we got together and we made sure we practiced. And the bass player got right in there and did it just like that. Yes, the harmonica player was good, so it's just, it was challenging. It always is. But as I listen to the final product, I'm really happy about it.
Wonderful.
Let me ask you, do you think you are more of a perfectionist on this one? Trying to make sure everything is right? And
I try.
And did your guests, musicians, they get irritated with you?
No, they didn't. Because
curious,
this is what happens.
He's a musician too.
Okay, but see, this is what happens. See, I put my part down,
okay,
and then they come in and play after me.
Okay.
So we're not in there playing together.
Okay.
Which some bands do that. Some people do that.
Okay.
But we didn't do it like that. I even did a record. I did one song, Donnie, and I went home and I listened to it and I say, oh no, that ain't gonna work.
Right.
So I had to practice and go back in the studio. It's a song that I find very challenging for me, Going to the Water, which is a really nice song. And it's got arpeggio picking. So my fingers are doing something that's just repetition. And you gotta think. You know, so when you do that, you just gotta be on.
Right.
You gotta be on. And then the musicians come in and they do their part and I listen to them and say, oh, wait a minute, no, we're gonna do it another way. You know, I was really mastering that thing. I was playing,
like, nah, Poo-Poo, you have to do that again.
This is the first time. Right. This is the first CD I've ever done where I had to be the head.
So you actually had creative control over this
I
one.
did.
Okay.
I did. All the other CDs, I've done studio work, and I trusted the people that was doing the work for me, the studio, you know.
Now, why was it important for you this time to have so much control over it?
Well, the main thing, I was working with a new studio person, young man that has a studio here in Atlanta. And I heard his work, but I've never got too much feedback. You hear some people saying, you know, he's good. And come to find out he was, but it was something that I had to work with. I could not give him full control. And it wouldn't have been right for me to do that.
Right. Now, how does it look different? I'm sorry, you were
No, I was just listening. Go ahead.
Well, did that sound, you know?
That sound right.
Yeah, it wouldn't have, it wouldn't have been right for me to say, hey, I'm coming in here and you just do it all.
Right. I'm saying because sometimes producers might have a different ear that you have, and they have a different arrangement that you might, you know, they might want your bass to come in later and you want it to be early. So it is very, you know, I'm saying it's your work too. This is your name on it. You know, because once they play that CD, this is Veronika Jackson. They're not looking at who's the bass player again. You know, did he do, you know, he messed up or the drummer messed up.
Right.
It's your name on it. So
it's
it is.
my name on it.
And most of the time it's your money on it too.
It's all.
You know, right. So it's your time, it's your money. So you want it right.
It is. That's
right. But now,
right.
even with writing some of these songs, I know you said that you would dedicated this mainly to women. What was some of the, I guess, inspiration behind your writing with it?
Well, you know what? The songs that I've written are songs of basically my experiences.
Right.
Okay.
You know, it wasn't trying to get to any direction of women.
Right.
It was just songs that I've recorded that, let's say, I've written that I wanted to put on here. You know.
Okay.
And
then afterwards, you decided to dedicate it to women afterwards?
Yeah, I wanted to dedicate it. I knew I was going in the studio to dedicate, because I got a song on there, The Woman I Am, which is the title song.
I was going to ask you about the title song, The Woman I Am, because that even speaks to me, you know, because I think I've become, over the years, who I was born to be now. But I'm just now becoming who I dreamed myself to be, you know?
Yes.
Of course, with a little less weight. I dreamed it with a little less weight. That's a whole other story. But talk to us about that song.
Yeah, because see, this song, The Woman I Am, what made me write this song was it really came about during the time when a lot of women were having situations with bosses, men doing things to them, you know, and touching them and saying things. And then I had people in my life that was having negative words coming to them from males.
Right.
And so I had somebody very close to me, and I said, let me write this song. And I sat down and I wrote it. And when she told me what was happening, I called her on the phone. I said, listen to this. I said, this song is for you. And she said, yeah.
I remember you sang a song for me on my birthday.
I did.
That's right.
I did.
So you have to sing us a little something today later on in the show. But I mean, it's awesome what you're doing. And I like the fact that you're picking up on a genre of music that, you know, some people don't pay attention to, but it's all over the place. And the blues is the baseline for everything we do right now. You know, what were you?
I was going to say, you know, I did not choose the genre of blues. When I was younger in my age and I had just started playing music, and I was hanging out with folk musicians.
Yeah.
I'm a mature, seasoned woman.
And
a
mature,
so
seasoned
I
one.
love it.
So I've been around for a little bit.
Right.
And I was hanging out with these folk artists, and this guy wanted to book me at his coffee house because he had heard me. I was only like 23, 24.
You was a young lady.
I was very young.
So you're about 39 right now, huh?
Correct. And so he asked me, he said, Veronika, he said, I want you to come do my coffee house. He said, and I'm going to send this lady, a news reporter, over to your house.
Okay.
She's going to do an article on you, and then this is going to help bring people to this concert, this coffee house. And I did it. But when I looked at the article in the paper, it said, folk blues singer. And I'm saying, where they get the blues from?
Okay.
Well, it's how I sing.
Well, you seem with a lot of depth, and I like even if you wouldn't have told me the genre, I would have thought blues. Like I would have thought blues. Maybe not necessarily folk because that wasn't on my radar, but definitely blues.
I was thinking neo soul hip hop. You know,
Okay.
just for the different style. You know, but when y'all hear later on, y'all gonna hear. You know, I can hear that remix behind it.
Well, you know,
There you go.
somebody said and said the other day, say, well, maybe we can do Americana. I say, don't go there.
Okay, what's
Don't go
Americana?
there.
What's
See,
the difference?
Americana is nothing but people just doing music from way back when to today. That's what he told me. I thought Americana because I said, what is Americana?
Would that be
It's
jazz?
no, it can be
Okay.
jazz, it can be country, it can be
A little bit of everything.
That's
Okay.
right.
A mixture of everything.
Gotcha. Well, speaking of a little bit of everything, we need to pay for a little bit of everything. So we're going to be right back. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. And I actually want to, one of the things I like about our show is that we get to talk to artists, but we also kind of get in their head. I want to talk to you going back to the woman I am. So we'll chit-chat about that in a minute. I'm Doni the Tree Lady.
And the man I am is Marty McFly. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. I am Doni the Tree Lady.
And I am Marty McFly.
And we are here with the illustrious Veronika Jackson.
Yes.
She is an amazing woman. She's a folk artist and blues artist. And we're sitting here talking about her music, but I kind of wanted to get in her head because she said something about, your song, The Woman I Am. Okay. And that sparked a thought in my head about something that's going on right now with this whole Me Too movement. I'm really passionate about that, but something came up with a current politician that was a little handsy, but he didn't mean anything by it. And so this woman felt like her space was violated, even though she said he overtly didn't do anything sexual. How do you feel that things are changing right now with women feeling more empowered to say how they feel about when they're touched and how they're touched?
That is a touchy one there.
That's interesting.
That is because, if I understand it, it happened back in 2014.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that it's really something that men has over the years, taken advantage of women.
Right.
And to no avail, they were afraid to say anything.
Right. I know I was afraid to say something.
They were afraid to say anything. And I can remember I got booked for a restaurant that they sold alcohol, plus he booked me. For a couple of years, I did every Friday and Saturday where I used to live in Florida.
Right.
And I'll never forget that he said, Veronika, take a break. It was around the holiday. And he said, take a break. He said, let's go over and I want you to see this other place that you make and perform at.
Right, right.
And I said, okay. Well, I went and we were heading back and he made a pass.
Okay.
And I asked him, I said, is this why you hired me? Because if this is why you hired me,
Right.
We can call this thing quit right now.
Exactly.
But I was bold then.
Right.
See, and a lot of times we got to call these people on their stuff, not then.
Can I ask a question, though? What if the man genuinely liked you and he made a pass at you?
Well, this is the
What's
thing.
wrong with-
He
I'm
owned the
asking-
business.
I'm
Wait a
glad
minute.
you're saying that.
I'm
I
asking
want to
the
get a
question.
man's perspective.
But this is the thing. This man owned the business. He was married.
Okay.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
knew that.
Eh.
So,
Oh my God, Marty.
I'm just
No,
saying. Look,
Marty,
just
no.
because he's married. Okay, yeah.
Well, this is the thing.
Wait,
You don't make a
time
pass
out.
at him.
Well,
But
in
see,
church, that's wrong.
Wait a minute.
No,
wait,
in the streets,
wait.
that's wrong.
No, not all the time.
Yes, it is.
100%
Yes,
of
it
the
is.
They could be
time.
But see,
separated.
it's
They might
all
not be
according-
happy.
but
There's enough women that says yes.
Wait a minute,
And that's
Marty.
the
Wait a
problem.
minute, Marty.
But how would
Wait
you
a minute,
know?
Marty. Wait a minute, Marty. Let me get this thought out, okay?
Okay.
Because the key is, Marty, you have to respect the woman.
That's
Right.
right.
You got to respect your marriage. See, I ain't married, but I can't understand
I can't either.
for the life of me why someone that is made a commitment,
Yes.
and then here it is in the situation where I was, it was nothing but for a night stand.
A one-night
And
stand.
you
Okay.
know this stuff.
Right.
You know,
to
but
piggyback on what he's saying, though, here's what my problem is. I know what I'm saying is right. I know what you're saying is right, but also there's some validity to what he's saying.
Yeah.
Because that guy was bold enough to do that. You know why? Because there's been another woman that
Yeah.
let him do
let
it.
him
Right.
do it.
That let him
but
do it.
not even let him do it. I'm saying if I asked you out for dinner,
Right.
because I'm attracted to you. If I'm married and I'm saying we might talk about that later on, and if that's something that you are against, then okay.
Right.
But I'm coming to you like a professional man and I say, you know what?
But the
Can I
first
take
key,
you out?
the first key is if you are married, you should let her know that before you ask her to go out.
Look, well, you said you knew he was married, right?
Well, no, this
I'm
man.
just saying.
Wait. This is what I'm. The man
You could be
booked
married,
me.
but
Wait
you
a
ain't
minute,
had
Marty.
nothing in some months.
Wait a minute, Marty.
You got a strong itch.
Wait a minute, Marty.
Hey.
Wait a minute, Marty.
We
The
ain't got a
man
date.
was a guy that booked me
Right.
for an event.
Right.
He said, "Let's go over, check this other venue out."
Right.
Yes.
Because I felt like we had a pretty cool relationship.
He did too.
You know, not
Right.
like that. But anyhow, I went.
Right.
But what's so neat and I'm so proud of to be able to say to him, because I knew it was a pass.
Right.
To be able to say to him, if that's what you're looking at, then you can go in and tell me this is my last
Right.
night.
Right.
Now, the thing about it is, that lady, that night, if she felt, whenever it happened, but a lot of women don't have
don't
that
have that.
gumption
Right,
that I
right.
had.
Right.
If she felt that was an overture from that man, it should have been saying, no, now you stepping,
And that
crossing
is
the
true.
line.
But okay.
But some of them don't have
If you
that
say
to
I'm
do it.
crossing the line, I respect that. We ain't gonna
But
talk
let me
no
tell
more.
you the other side of that, though, which is a situation that I was in when I was in retail. And this, I think, plays into what they were trying to say about this politician. We had a district manager that used to always come in town, okay? And he was just kind of handsy, you know what I mean? And I remember 22, 23 years old, he comes in to my store. He starts doing the whole back rub
Oh,
stuff.
no.
You know
No,
what I
that's
mean?
out of order right
and of
there.
course, I pull away, and I'm
Yeah,
like, dude, I
that's
ain't
out
the
of
one.
order.
You know, I got on a skirt, you know, because I used to like wear little short skirts. He would make a little comment that I had pretty legs. Yes, he was married. That I had pretty legs. And then whenever we would have company meetings, he was like, I want you to make sure you sit next to me. You know what I mean?
See, no.
Now, once again, he did not rape me. He did not sexually violate me, but I felt uncomfortable.
But
this
you
is
were
what
young, see.
I was young, but here's what happened when I went home and I told. I was living on my own, but I was on the phone with my mom, and I told her about it. I was like, "Oh my God, Ma, my district manager is such a creep," and I told him what he did. This is what my mom said. Well, you know, guys will be guys. He didn't mean any harm with it. Now, back then, I knew I wasn't gonna talk to him,
right.
and I knew I wasn't gonna sleep with him or whatever. But it became almost the norm that guys just do stupid stuff like that. And I think now we're in a society where people are saying, no, this is not appropriate behavior.
Yes.
So to piggyback on what you're saying, what guys used to think is appropriate behavior,
It's not.
it's not. Like
It's
that used to be the
right,
norm.
Right now, I agree with you. It's the climate has changed.
Yeah.
But now it's so far that I'm in church. I gotta ask people, can I give you a hug? You know, because if not, you're gonna look at me. Oh, he's a nasty, creepy pastor. He wants to hug everybody.
You know,
but no, this is the climate that we're in now. Because
You think that's the climate we're creating
yes,
now?
yes.
Okay.
I'm saying because certain men, I don't believe there really means something behind it.
Right.
You know,
Right.
if they say, how are you doing, beautiful today? To me, I'm not trying to disrespect
That's not
you.
being disrespectful.
To
no.
some women, you don't refer to me as beautiful.
but I think
Just
it's
call
done
me
gone
by
a
my
little
name.
bit too far. I think it has a little bit gone to the way where a man got to just totally keep his mouth shut.
Basically.
Right.
You know, and that takes the joy out of you being
That-
a person
exactly.
that is
Right.
loving
Yeah.
and kind.
Yeah.
There's a guy to go to my church. You talking about a dude that can get some hugs.
Yeah.
He's a married man, but he know how to hug. I'm a
Yeah.
single woman. hey, doc, how you doing?
Yeah.
Because it's just a good hug. It's
Right.
not a hug where he's trying to.
You don't feel sexual or whatever.
I don't feel like
But
he's doing that.
I know of a really nice guy.
Hey, Doug, come here.
You
Ain't
silly.
sexual.
No, but I know
But
of a
just
nice
hug
guy
me
right
for a minute.
now.
It's
A
something
nice
wrong.
guy right now that is now afraid to give. And he's a hugger also. And he asked literally 2 months ago, hadn't seen him in a couple months. Every time I see him, big hug, no big deal. But and sometimes even give me a kiss on the cheek, no big deal. I don't feel weird about it.
Yeah.
He said, "Is it okay if I give you a hug?" I say, "Dude, you always give me a hug." He goes, "Well, I know things are a little different now." And I'm like,
Yep.
"What
Yeah.
things are different?" And I realized he was talking about
the Me
the
Too
Me Too
thing.
movement and stuff. And he's like, "Well, I don't want people thinking I'm creepy."
Right.
And I'm like, "Okay, well, where is that line?
Yeah.
Like,
see,
where do
and
they?"
see, just like the politician now, somebody can come back and say that guy you're talking about, well, 20 years ago, he kissed me on the cheek.
And see,
Yeah.
I could see people
You
saying
know.
that. I could see people
But see,
saying
I
that.
think when I heard that,
Right.
I kind of look at this guy. Well, I like the guy.
Yeah.
I
But
really
everybody
do.
says he's handsy like that. But
that's
they say he didn't do anything. Like they all said he's a little creepy, but he never did this, that, and the third. So where's his line at?
And that's the biggest question right now. I'm saying there is a real fine line about being, I guess overly affectionate or just being straight, cold, and I'm not gonna do anything. I'm gonna just be real professional, shake your hand.
But it's so funny. It's so funny because you got folks that I ain't saying.
What?
I just- some people can do this stuff and it's okay.
Ah, gotcha.
You see
what I'm
Gotcha.
saying?
Yeah.
And they don't say nothing about it. They don't care. We still, and I just don't understand it.
Right.
Where do we draw the line of respecting a woman? How you sitting there talking about this man did this and this man did that?
Right.
How many? I look at somebody that did all that stuff, and you hear how they talk,
Right.
and it's okay.
Just so we clear, you talking about the president?
I'm
Why
talking
are
about.
you messing with her? She was trying to be vague.
I know.
But, that people, and I don't
wild. It's
understand
like
it.
you talk about him, he could be doing
Yeah,
that, and then the other guy could be doing
But
this.
we are- but
and then
we-
And you ain't
let's
heard
just
him
be-
say that he,
Let's just be straight. Yeah, we know who we talking about.
We know who we're talking about. But at the same token, I think what you're saying is that there are some people that can get away with stuff in our society and other people can't. Was what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
And-
Well, we got to get past that.
Yeah, we got to get past that, and we got to get past this break because in a few minutes, are you going to do something special for us?
Yes.
I
You
am.
know.
We're going to get back on the subject of music.
Yes.
I wanted to take you off so we could get your opinion
Well,
for
I
a few
tell
minutes.
you what,
and
we
woo!
did a little thought my meeting went a little politicking thing.
Yeah, I know.
Politicking thing. We found out that the wrong way to approach you if you're trying to take you out.
Well, I
you know.
love hugs. Long as you don't
I
do
love
nothing out of
hugs,
order.
too.
Give me a hug. You ain't got to
you know
ask.
what?
So if he
long
had
as I know
hugged you and then took you to the other place where y'all could have performed at,
No.
might have been a little different, huh? Okay.
No.
I'm just saying.
This
But
is
if they wanted to
man,
get
this
your
is way back in
information-
the 80s. Everybody was hugging.
Guys, we are here talking with Veronika Jackson.
Uh-huh.
She's got a new CD out called The Woman I Am.
Yes.
And once again, how do people get in contact with you again?
They can get in contact with me via my website, veronikajackson.com. It's got my phone number on there. You can contact me through my email, information
And you're on
the
Facebook
website.
also?
I'm on Facebook.
Yeah.
You can check me out on Facebook. But it's really good to give me a call or send an email to me via my
Awesome.
website.
And when we come back from break, would you just play just a little something for us?
I will.
Yes.
Awesome.
You're listening to Doni Jones Live.
And I am Donnie the Tree Lady.
I'm already Big Fly. We'll be right back.
All right. You guys, we are back with our Prentice Hay from Fiber Body Fitness. And I'm excited because she just told me I don't have to work out. Is that what you just said?
No.
I'm just kidding, y'all.
Wouldn't we all love it if that were true? But it's so not.
Go.
You kind of got me stumped. So no, let me back up of this train a little bit. So what I did share with my beautiful friend Doni Jones of DoniJonesLive is that you don't have to spend hours in a gym to get fit.
Oh, see, I missed that.
That's like mind blowing. Yeah, not workout. There's no magic, pill that you can take. But you don't have to spend hours in the gym to work out. it turns out that what you want to change in your workouts is your metabolism. The whole system or old system of calories in, calories out has been proven time and time again to not be the case.
Right.
You want to boost your metabolism. For women specifically, and I can really only speak for women because I haven't done research on the men, but we do well with full body workouts.
Okay.
Anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes a day. Add some weights that'll boost your metabolism. That'll also start building muscle, and muscle burns fat. And so I just want to see you move.
Okay.
If you're afraid of boot camp, don't be afraid of boot camp. We can do that. Spring has sprung. Summer bodies are made in the spring, so I want to get you moving. Reach out for me on Facebook or Instagram or at 678-779-3355 so I can teach you why and how you don't have to spend an hour in the gym to have a vibrant body.
Yes, you guys, that is our Prentice Hay with Vibrant Body Fitness. Welcome back to Doni Jones Live.
Okay, I just introduced myself. I'm Marty McFly.
Well, you are Marty McFly.
Right, and you're Doni Jones.
And I'm Doni Jones. But
Yes.
guys, we are back hanging out with Veronika Jackson. And as promised, we're going to hear a little music from her. Do you want to say anything about this song or just jump right into it? Whatever you want to say.
Well, I'm just going to jump right on into it because this is one of my originals.
Okay.
Love it.
The clouds are passing over. The sun is shining over my head. I've been through some hard times, yeah, some tough times. I made it through. Now there were days didn't have food to eat. There were times thrown out on the street, but somehow I made it and landed on my feet. Yeah, the clouds are passing over. The sun is shining over my head. I've been through some hard times, yeah, some tough times. I made it through. Now mama told me, she said many years ago, she said these days you may surely know you'll have someone to share with, and sometimes you won't. Yeah, the clouds are passing over. The sun is shining over my head. I've been through some hard times, yeah, some tough times. I made it through. You know the heart is a delicate thing. Blood flows through each and every vein, but when it hurts, Lord knows it's a painful thing. Yeah, the clouds are passing over. The sun is shining over my head. I've been through some hard times, yeah, some tough times. I made it through. I made it through.
Nice. Very nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Then I had to put my shades on for
I
that.
see you
That
got
was all
the
that
shades
was-
on.
The laid back folk just like, okay, just
I don't
get
even
in
slow
there.
down.
You know.
I made it through.
I made it through. You know, we all
I'm
go through
just
something we have to make it through. Like I
I
made
know.
it through that.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Now,
Yeah.
you got to tell us the story behind that song.
Right.
It's
Well,
almost self-explanatory, but still.
Well, you know, it's like it took me back to when I was young and coming up, and there were times, my mother was a single parent, and there were times when we just had tough times like
Yeah.
that. There were times when, yeah, she did come home and the furniture was sitting out, you know, and explaining to me, you know, you just have it happens.
Yeah.
You know, the thing about the heart, I know about that personally.
Yeah.
You know?
Did somebody break your heart, Veronika?
Girl, when I was 30 years old, I never felt nothing like that in my whole life.
Yeah.
I didn't.
But it inspired a song.
It did.
Yeah. And that. And
Now, let me ask you, with your songwriting and your songwriting styles, do you sign up to like the conventional like songwriting of, you know, I say first verse, second verse, chorus, bridge, or it's kind of like you just say, whatever I feel on this piece of music, I'm going to go with that?
Yeah, that's what I do. I sit down, and if the lyrics come out and I come with the music at the same time, like some people, they can write music, then come back with the lyrics. I basically do it all together.
Okay.
You know, and I figure out, okay, this will work. What is this here? I wanted to write a song like that, like when I did The Water. You know, it was like I wanted to write about the water. And I'm saying, how am I going to come up with the music? And I started doing this arpeggio thing, and I'm saying, okay, these lyrics.
okay, you've used that word twice now, and
like
I have
this
to
here, like this here, and I'm nervous, so I may.
Oh, it means like
I'm just
pick it with your fingers.
You
Gotcha.
go down
Okay.
And come back up.
and come back.
Gotcha. Oh, see, I didn't know. Now I know. Got it.
You know, you just.
Okay, kind of like life. You go down and come back up. Awesome.
And say like this.
Right.
Where I'm going
Okay, we get ready to get back into
to the
another-
water.
Well,
like
okay.
that, you know.
Go.
But that's-
It's a good song. And I
Absolutely.
got a violin coming in on that thing.
Oh, nice. Once again, how can people get in contact with you?
Oh, how can they
Veronika
get your
Jackson.
music?
Yeah, that's what
that's
we want.
more important.
That's what
we got to
wait
push
a minute,
these
ain't that where we
CDs.
for? That's what we're here for, right? We did.
Yeah, we
push
here for the whole
CDs.
gamut.
That's
We here for the
right.
whole gamut. You know, they need to know who they supporting.
That's
Right.
right.
A little bit about her, you know.
Absolutely.
So how can they get this? Because they got to
They
get
can-
their own, right?
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
that I already got my copy, and it's a beautiful thing.
Okay, I'm a bootleg your copy.
No,
Just,
you ain't
know.
gonna bootleg.
I'm a,
How you gonna say bootleg in front of the artist?
I'm a purchase
She looking
it
at you like
from you.
No, cause see,
We gonna do it like, you know, I keep it real. I'm sorry.
Veronika,
Hey, this
meet Marty.
radio.
No, I'm
This
just
radio.
kidding.
No, because I'm
This
gonna get and
radio.
sample it and then play it behind us, you know, doing music beds, and we need stuff like that for the show to help promote it.
well, you can have. You're gonna
Okay,
have
well,
that. CD.
okay.
I can
That's a
have
gift.
this one.
But
Thank
keep
you.
it right there, right there.
Okay.
Yeah, for right now,
Right.
keep it right there.
Veronika
And be
Waters can be not Veronika. Veronika Jackson can be
You
in
gonna
your
make
house.
them put that
Right.
CD down.
That'd be
Do
like
y'all
our-
cut out all the boops?
Oh, Veronika,
Yeah,
it's
so-
obvious that you have fun with what you're doing, but even listening to your music, it does come from a place, or some of the songs, it sounds like it came from a place of pain. How did you get the idea to take that painful place and feel comfortable putting it in song?
Well, you know what? I'm gonna tell you. For a long time, I did other people's music because I
Okay.
didn't want to express myself
Right.
out in the public.
Mm.
You know, I just rather do somebody else's song that I could relate to.
Right.
But then when I started hanging out with other artists, you know, because a lot of my first recording, which was a cassette,
Mhm.
it literally was about other people. I'm an activist in my own way, you know, and the CD was really something, you
Yeah.
know, but a cassette,
Yeah.
you know, and it was all original. So it was
Absolutely.
original because I was spending time with people in activism. I was meeting people, so songs were coming all out of that.
Right.
Like my son, the Rag Man. I like to write about past, the Rag Man. You know, Rag Man. He used to come by and sell rags when I was a little girl. Boy, I sang that thing at a festival. The whole audience be helping me to sing it.
Okay.
Wow.
I feel bad.
What?
What's the Rag Man?
That's one of her original songs.
See,
No, I
Rag
know
Man,
the
she
Rag
don't
Man
know.
is her song.
Okay,
but
the
what's
Rag Man. The Rag Man was a guy back in the day. They used old clothes to make paper, the newspaper, the brown
Okay.
bags. So somewhere within there, this guy would come in the neighborhood and he would buy your rags, your old clothes that your mom
Okay,
didn't want
got
anymore.
see now I
See?
know,
And a
I
lot of
didn't
people don't know about ragmen. You know,
Okay.
you see either down south in Florida or way up in
Okay.
Boston and areas like that. People have told me they had him, and he'll come every Saturday. Ragman, and girl, I would go hide because
Okay,
I was afraid of him. You know,
really,
I was, and one day before I moved up here, I decided to write a song about the Ragman.
Okay,
So it all
see,
out of experiences.
See, this
you
is
know?
why
that's
you gotta
interesting.
ask. Okay, this is
Yeah.
a lesson for my kids and anybody else out there in TV
Yeah.
or podcast world. If you don't know something, or Radio World, ask. Because I cannot tell you how many times back in the past, I used to do this, I don't do it anymore. I would be sitting in a business meeting and I didn't know something, and I would just keep going because I felt like, well, everybody else knew what they were talking about. So I didn't want to throw you off, but I was like, I have no idea. And you've mentioned it twice. So thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that. You were here to ask her something and I accidentally cut
No, I
you
wasn't. I wasn't about to ask her anything. I'm just in nah. I knew what Ragman was. No question.
Did you really know who the Ragman was?
Actually, I did, but because of a different thing. Because my little small town, my town was named Shake Rag originally because different things during this time. But when the trains would come through, they'll get out there and shake a rag for the trains to stop for that city.
Well, see, that's a different type of
and
rag
they would
man.
right, and they would
Well, see, you didn't know what her rag man was.
I put 2 and 2 together.
Okay, I didn't. So
Rag man.
So you knew it was a rag man.
If you heard window cleaner, would you be like, what is that?
Because we are in front of cameras or in front of a microphone, I'm not going to say what I'm really thinking right now.
You thinking about Jesus?
I'm thinking,
no, you ain't.
Lord help you.
You know what? If they want to purchase your music, okay, or actually if somebody wanted to work with you or invite you to their event coming up or church, how could they get in contact with you?
They can contact me via my website. They can also, if you want me to have the name, the phone number, it's 404-414-1859.
Give that number just one more time. The number
404-414-1859.
Awesome.
I have an email, contact@veronikajackson.com.
I love it.
Okay. And what is your website address? You keep saying you have the website, but what is the address?
VeronikaJackson.com.
And that's Veronika with a K, right?
Yes, Veronika with the K. Y'all, make sure you get that K. Now, you've got some upcoming shows. Talk to us a little bit about or tell
I'll
us
be
where a
doing
couple of them.
the Decatur Square.
Yes.
They have a library down there. They have wonderful concert series.
Yes.
Well, I'll be down there on April the 23rd. It's a Tuesday evening at 7 p.m. And let me tell you, it's free. They always do stuff free to the public.
Yes.
They got a very nice theater down there. So come in here, Veronika. I'm gonna
Okay, well,
sing
it
a
might
song
be
for you.
free, but you're going to sing.
No, I'm
okay.
talking about
Okay,
down there.
I ain't gonna take over your show.
I know. We got some bills to pay. I got some bills to pay next week. So you're listening to Doni Jones Live right here with Doni Jones.
Who's laughing right now?
I'm Marty McFly. We'll be right back.
Yeah. Welcome back. I am Doni the Tree Lady.
And I'm Marty, that guy, McFly, just me.
Yes, and we are sitting here.
Yes.
Well, I can't even talk
I don't
right
know
now.
what's wrong with you.
I didn't drink
Because see, you was singing in between the break. That's
I
what
know.
happened. That's
And
what
y'all
tongue.
know I can't sing worth a
Not at
but
all.
We are here
not
with
at,
Veronika
not at
Jackson.
all. She really sounds bad singing. Just really, really bad. God didn't bless her with that gift. No.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
Veronika Jackson. We are here with Veronika Jackson with a K. And she's here telling us about her new CD, The Woman I Am. Yes. What would you like for the people to know about this CD?
This CD is really special to me. I wanted you to know that it's just gonna give something to everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's got folk on there. It's got some blues on there. It's got something to feel a little bit of spiritual. It's got history on there. I got a song on there about Harriet Tubman.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's really telling who I am.
So who are you trying to sell to? Just curious. Is a certain demographic of people?
No, I'm selling to
I'm going to hurt you. I'm going to really hurt you.
I'm just saying.
If you've been to her festivals, you would know that her audience may not look like what you expect.
Right, I'm not saying that they expect to look any which way. I'm just making sure
we hit the
This
CD, what's neat about it, I would love for African Americans to get it because a lot of times they do not get it. They do not.
They don't.
Get exposed to this style of music.
Exactly.
That is true.
You know, and they don't.
But you talked about that in the beginning of your career, that a lot of the people didn't look like you, like when you would go to the jam sessions and stuff.
That's right.
Tell us about that, because
a lot of times
I would go
to the jam sessions, be waiting around to play. You know, I'd be the only black folk there, and I wouldn't get invited on stage. There are times when I got invited on stage, I was so nervous I messed up, you know, and stuff like that. But as time went on, I continued with it.
Yeah.
And a guy told me some years ago, he said, you know what, Veronika? He said, you're the only one out of everybody that used to play music back in St. Petersburg. You're the only one that's still doing it.
Wow.
Because you know what? Because I love music.
Yeah.
It's history in that CD.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a whole different style of music that you wouldn't even. I need y'all to buy one. Because really, I'm serious. To get exposed, to expose you to it, to expose your family to it, your friends to it, because most of my audience really are white, and I'm being straight up with you. Yeah. Most of them are white, and they sit down there and they listen because of what I'm doing. It's something that.
Yeah, are you planning on doing a music video to any of these?
I hadn't thought about it, but I guess I ought to. I ought to do the one with the
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
I think that.
Yeah.
There we go. Somebody's raising his hand right there.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, you gonna take Marty's job away from
He's behind the camera. Just stay focused. We just try to get some business for it. Just,
exactly.
You know, just saying. Enough saying for everybody.
He over here like, excuse me.
But no, I'm saying because nowadays it is a thing that I see a lot of artists. Can't just make a song now.
Right.
You know, it has to be the full package. You got to do the song, the music CD, the actual video of the song,
right.
Yeah.
and much social media that you can out there also. You know, just getting your stuff.
Well, I tell you say that, but a lot of these people doing that, and they've got a lot of people working with them.
Right.
As a single performer who's done all this, one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just got someone who, about 2 or 3 months ago, who followed me on Facebook and contacted me, and now I just got somebody who wants to help book me.
Okay.
You know, so that's really neat because I've been doing this for 40 years on my own.
Wow.
My goodness.
So when I say I'm tired,
I can understand.
You say you tired for
I can
real.
understand. Oh yeah.
But
so doing all that, it takes money and it takes time, and I think that I think
she
that
relaxed.
Right. Come on back to the microphone.
I'm comfortable now. I ain't got to be on the mic, you know. Go ahead.
Yeah, but you know, it takes a lot to do that.
Yeah.
It does. So this CD, I'm looking to do a lot with it. I'm looking to send it out to certain places. I'm looking, to probably. I'm thankful that you said that because I do need to do a video probably on a couple of the songs.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, but I need somebody that can do the video that can bring insight on what with the song, not just video me.
Right.
But I need somebody with insight and wisdom to help me to create that.
And I really think you might find some investors. Like Doni believes in your product a whole lot.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised if she wouldn't mind investing into your dream.
I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind.
Well,
and and there's the other good thing is that there's people that are in the videography industry that would also love to invest.
Right,
in
like some of the people that's actually videotaping our show right here. We got people right here.
Or people just sitting in the chair. You just never know. I mean, there are people that are willing to give from their heart, and it's not about the money for them. They just want to do something for you.
Right.
Because one guy asked me, say, what kind of guitar that you playing? He asked this on Facebook. He did a story about me some years ago. And I told him, he said, well, you need to contact the maker of this guitar.
Yes.
And tell them, I play your guitar. This is who I am. And I like to,
get some sponsorship.
Yeah. To endorse
That's the word, endorsements.
Yeah. For
That's
doing
awesome.
this.
Well, I think the sky's the limit. With everything, if you knock on the door, it will be open somehow,
right.
at some point. But I think if you really, you already got the dream. You've been doing this for years.
Right.
But I think there's some people out there that would really love to help you, just give them that contact information again real quick on the mic. And
Veronika Jackson, you can contact me at veronikajackson.com. That's Veronika with a K.
Yes.
You can contact me. My email is contact@veronikajackson.com.
Awesome.
My phone number is 404-414-1859. And tell them what radio station this is.
That's right. Well, we are being heard all over the world right now. So you're so awesome. we're gonna do that in between sets and all over the place.
Oh,
Right.
But I tell you what's so great is having you here because I'm impressed with the fact that you have been doing this for 40 years. And there's people that want to pursue their dream in music. What advice would you give them if they've got that in there, but they still haven't pursued it because of the finances or because they're scared? Or what would you tell up and coming artists, or maybe somebody that's seasoned that's like, I really want to get my music out there? What would you tell them they should be doing right now?
well, the first thing to do is try to hook up and hang out with people that are playing the music or who are writers or painters. You want to get in their group. I was fortunate to be able to hook up with some people that played music back in the day.
Right.
So with that, I just kept playing it and kept making sure that I go to places that was playing folk music.
Right.
And I sung my music and I played my songs.
Well,
I kept on.
I got to say you are inspiration to me and some other people. I'm seeing younger artists that to be up and coming.
Yes.
And, just
And don't
really
give up. You can't give up.
Right, that's
yes.
the biggest thing, having that
Yeah.
tenacity, because I see
Yeah.
you in a sense of just not giving up.
You got to
Yeah.
believe in yourself, because there are times when folks told me, say, well, you got to be la-di-da-da. You ain't good enough. I had somebody just recently told me my name wasn't famous enough, so that's why they wouldn't book me at their venue. But
Wow.
wait, you know what? When that name get famous,
Come on.
There you
coming
go.
out of her pocket. Or I ain't
Exactly. But you know what's beautiful about you owning that is that nowadays there are people that are more seasoned that are they may have been a lawyer or a painter or a contractor the whole life, and they're now like, listen, I'm gonna pursue my art, or I'm pursue my music and stuff like that. And I just think when I see people like you, it inspires me to want to do better. I've always loved radio and music and TV and stuff, but I was so focused on another area, that I neglected that. So to be able to see people like you inspires me to want to do better.
Well, I was 55 when I left my job.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Now, you have anything coming up that we need to know about? Any concerts, any shows that you
Well, I've got a couple of things I'm doing. I'm doing the concert at the Decatur Library, downtown Decatur,
Right.
Okay.
on April the 23rd at 7 p.m. And then Decatur got the Arts Festival that's coming the end of May.
Okay.
I'll be doing that.
Okay.
And I do some in-between things because I like to go and entertain seniors.
Uh-oh.
That's
I
right.
go and perform for
Just
them.
some of those old senior parties.
Yeah, but they get a different style of music. though.
Uh-oh.
No,
Bang,
tell me,
chicken,
what
wang,
kind
wang.
of they
Oh,
get?
I
Bang,
do stuff.
chicken, wang, wang, wang.
Yeah,
gosh.
Dang, old people got to get it too.
Marty.
What?
I swear.
You be popping them
We
strings
did
for
a
'em.
segment where he was talking about he was
bang.
going to start a business that was strippers for seniors.
Give it back to
No,
me.
just-
When I get that age, I want somebody to strip for me. Shoot.
Marty.
Hey, I'm just saying.
you were
Pass it
saying,
forward.
you were
It-
saying about seniors.
I'm just look. We don't have a whole lot of time left, so if they real quick to get in contact with you, what's
One
your
more
phone
time.
number?
404-414-1859.
Yes.
Website is veronicajackson.com.
Oh, great. And since you got it over there, where can they get your book at?
Oh, my book, From Failure to Fabulous, for those of you that can't see it, From Failure to Fabulous, you can get it on Amazon. And, of course, make sure you spell my name right, Doni Jones, D-O-N-I Jones. Also, how do they get in contact with us?
You can always send us an email at DoniJonesLive@gmail.com. That's DoniJones live, Lives @gmail.com.
And you can play us out.
Yes.
I'm just going to do this here. The woman I am, she's kind of special. The woman I am, you got to treat her right. The woman I am, deserve loving kindness at work, at home, when I'm in your sight.
Love it. You guys, this is Veronika Jackson. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Awesome. And you guys are listening to Doni Jones Live. I'm Donnie the Tree Lady.
And I'm Marty McFly.
And we will see y'all
Next week.
Yeah.